Hey guys, I'm Soda here back again doing another movie review, and today we'll be reviewing Drag Me to Hell. Now, Drag Me to Hell is directed by Sam Raimi and features Alison Lohman, Justin Long, Deelip Rayo, and Lauren Raver. So, the plot to Drag Me to Hell is that we follow with this girl named Christine, and Christine, she just works at an office, and then this old lady comes to her because she wants a loan from the bank, like she's really poor and she's dying, but she refuses. She says no, and so that gets the girl really, really mad at her, and she tries to attack her. But then, like when she's attacking her, like she accidentally grabs one of the buttons in her coat, and so that button like keeps a curse on her, like a curse, like there's a curse on her that like Mrs. Her name was Mrs. Garish or Ganesh or whatever, but yeah, but she's always like haunting her. She's always coming back to her and attacking her and all of that, and like yeah, and like there's even this like demon creature, like this goat demon creature. I forgot what it was called, but it's always after her too, and like yeah, so much like demonic entities are after her, and they want to kill her. So yeah, so Christine is trying to get rid of that curse. Like she's trying to like make that curse get away from her. So yeah, that's the whole plot of Drag Me to Hell. Now, do I like Drag Me to Hell? I really like Drag Me to Hell, but I've only seen it once. But I do remember I saw it a couple of times back when I was 4 or 5 years old. Like we used to own it on DVD, but I don't know what happened to that. But I just couldn't really remember much from this movie, but I do remember the office scenes where, like all the office scenes where she attacks her and like where she has that bloody nose, like the blood coming out of her mouth and nose. I remember that scene, and then I remembered the end with the train, but yeah, this review will contain some spoilers, so if you haven't seen this movie, then please leave this review. So yeah, but you can definitely tell this movie is Sam Raimi because this feels a lot like the first Evil Dead, because like the first Evil Dead, like it just didn't know when to quit. Like shit just kept happening and happening and happening, and like so much jump scares and like so much crazy shit everywhere, like so much creepy shit. Literally, it was scares everywhere, and it just couldn't know when to stop. And that's exactly how this is like too, because as soon as Mrs. Ganesh attacks Christine, that's when the horror starts, and then that's when the movie just never quits. Like it never quits. Like it's jump scares. Like there's this whole scene in a in like a parking lot, those like dark parking lots, yeah. So there's this whole scene in a parking lot where the old lady keeps attacking Christine, and like it just never stops. Like she's punching her, like she's even like putting a fucking ruler in her mouth, oh yeah, there's so much gross shit like that, like putting shit in your mouth and all that, putting like a whole fucking arm in your mouth, like yeah, shit like that. Like there's so much like crazy shit in this movie that just makes this movie great, yeah. And like so this movie's just so trippy, like so scary. Like this movie is super creepy, and like when I was watching this I actually got really scared, and all the jump scares in here were very, very unexpected, just a lot like the first Evil Dead. So yeah, this is definitely Sam Raimi. What was I gonna say? But I just can't believe he went from Spider-Man 3 to this movie, because I think he made this right after Spider-Man 3. So yeah, I can't believe he went from such a cool fun action adventure movie to a full-on horror demonic movie. So yeah, let me think. Anything else I should say? What was I gonna say? So let's get on to the characters. First off with Christine. Christine, at first you see she has a good life, she has a great boyfriend, and like they've been together for so long, and then like she loves her cat a lot, and yeah, like she has a good life, but like Mrs. Ganesh really ruins it, and then you start to see a little bit that Christine has a lot of a bad side too, like her not letting Mrs. Ganesh do the loan. Like she was kind of like she could have given her the loan, but she just chose not to. Like yeah, like she literally chose not to, and you can see a lot where her, she's not at times she's not a good person, but sometimes she tries to be, excuse me. So yeah, but you can totally feel for her though. Like when all the demons are coming after her and like all the shit that's happening to her, like you really feel for her. Like there's this whole scene like where the demon is chasing after her in the house, and like even the shadow like on the bottom of the door, like it extends to like this devil looking thing with like goat horns. So yeah, that whole scene was fucking scary. And then she tries to close the window, and then the face of that just appears, and I'm like literally like I was not expecting that at all. What else was I gonna say? And that whole dinner scene, like you know that dinner scene with the eyeball on the cake, like yeah, that was fucking gross. What else? So yeah, Christine, she was a great character. Like she definitely had a lot of scary moments here, and like that whole ritual scene, like towards the end with the goat and like the demon possessing all the other people, like the old lady, the guy, like that was definitely an Evil Dead scene. Definitely, like it looked so like a crazy ton like Evil Dead. So yeah, but that was just fucking awesome, and like I've been thinking like I think this movie might be connected to Evil Dead in some way because the demon possessions and a lot of things in this movie that happened looked a lot like Evil Dead. So like I keep thinking like maybe this could be connected to the Evil Dead or something. And especially since it's the exact same director too, so like maybe this movie could be connected to the Evil Dead. Anything else? What else was I gonna say? So yeah, and then we get on to Clay. Clay, he was a good character. Like he was just a chill boyfriend. Like he was Christine's chill boyfriend. He didn't really do much, but like he was a good help at some points, like helping her with like advice and all of that. But yeah, he was okay. And then we get on to Cam Jaws or whatever, or Cam Jazz. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't remember how they said his name in the movie, but he's that Mexican. I think he's Mexican. He looked like it, but he's the Mexican ritual guy. Like he performs rituals and he knows a lot about the evil spirits, and he's helping Christine. Like he's helping the evil spirits like leave Christine and all of that. But he was a cool character. Like I thought he was cool. Like how he knew a lot about the demonic entities and like how he knew how to stop them and how passionate he was to save Christine. Like he wanted to save Christine. He didn't want any of these bad spirits coming after her anymore, and he was telling her like a lot, and then she kept refusing. Like I don't want to kill a cat and all this shit. But then by the end, she doesn't refuse anymore. Like she can do anything to have those spirits leave her. Let me think. Oh, and the whole rag, or you remember the Mrs. Ganesh's rag? That shit was fucking scary. Like when it went into the air vent in the car, and then it went on her face like a fucking like I don't know, like slime or something. I know I don't know, but like it went into her face and it was suffocating her. But that scene was very creepy. Let me think. Anything else? Oh, and Mrs. Ganesh, like she's the main villain of this movie, but Mrs. Ganesh, she is fucking creepy. Like she is scary as fuck, and like just every scene with her, like wow, they're just disturbing. Like every fucking scene with Mrs. Ganesh is just fucking disturbing. Like her like putting the arm, like I said, and like when like her eyeballs went on Christine's face, and like when she vomited on Christine on when she was dead, like it was like she went to the house and like the dead the coffin with her body right there, like she's like gets too near, and then I think she trips, and then like that's what makes Mrs. Ganesh's body fall on her, and then Mrs. Ganesh actually vomits all over her, and I'm like whoa, like yeah, that's too disturbing. Let me see. Anything else I just say about this movie? Let me think. And then there was also the ending. Like, the ending I would say is my main flaw to this movie, because like the ending, like I don't really get the ending much, and I think it's just because I've seen this movie once, and the ending just was very like abrupt. I would say like it was kind of abrupt, and it just left a lot of questions. Like, yeah, but yeah, I think I'll get to that right now. With the ending, like like Christine gets dragged to hell. Yeah, the ending with the graveyard. That scene was a little creepy, where she was trying to give the the button as a gift to someone. She should have done that, but she gave it back to Mrs. Ganesh's coffin. And then like there's a rainstorm and like she's getting drowned in like mud with Mrs. Ganesh's body. And so she leaves, like she ends up leaving, like she thinks like she's okay and like the whole spell is broken, the button's like back in her coffin, and like yeah, she thinks everything's okay and all of that, and like her and her boyfriend are gonna take a little trip on a train, but then her boyfriend says like, I found this, and it's the envelope with the fucking pen in it, like I mean the button, it was the envelope with the button on it, and like yeah, and then from there she gets super scared, and then she falls like on the train tracks, but when she does, like the spirits of hell like drag her down, and like I mean that scene was handled very well. Like that whole scene looked fucking creepy, and like how her whole face changed when she was going like deeper and deeper in, like that looked fucking creepy. And then yeah, but yeah, just and then from there, and then like Clay still has the button, and then that's how the movie ends. Like it just raises way too many questions. So I would say that that's my only flaw with this movie. But other than that, like this is a damn good horror movie, and I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. Anything else I just say? What else was I gonna say? Is there anything else I should talk about? So yeah, I think that's all I should say about Drag Me to Hell. So yeah, it was a really good horror movie, and I would definitely think about picking it up on Blu-ray. Like yeah, it was a great horror movie. So to rate this movie, I was thinking around A or A minus. I think I'll give this movie a solid A. Yeah. Bye, and see you all in the next review.